Today, we are getting into something I know a lot of you think about, the huge, sometimes complicated world of selling tours online. If you're out there creating these amazing, life-changing trips, then you're in the right place.
Okay, so let's set the scene. You've done all the hard work, right? You've scouted the perfect spots, you've designed this incredible itinerary, you've basically bottled magic. But here's the real challenge. How in the world do you actually sell it to a global audience?
To answer that, we're going to need a map. So here's what we're looking at today. We'll start with the big picture, what I'm calling the online distribution maze. Then we'll explore three main paths you can take: package tours, custom trips, and the specialty route. And we'll wrap up with the really important stuff, how to pick the right partner to team up with. First things first, we got to understand the terrain. The way travel is sold online today, well, it can feel like a massive, tangled maze. There's so many options, so many companies, it's easy to get lost. But don't worry, that's what we're here for. We're going to clear things up. So, who are the gatekeepers in this maze? They're called OTAs, which stands for Online Travel Agencies. You can just think of them as these giant online superstores for travel. They're where millions of people go to browse and buy everything from flights to, you guessed it, tours. They are a super important link between you and your potential customers. Now, the great news is that this maze isn't just a random jumble. There are actually three main paths you can choose from. You've got package tour OTAs, custom trip OTAs, and specialty OTAs. Each one is totally different, and which one's right for you really depends on what kind of trips you offer.
So let's head down our first path, package tours. This is the big, wide-open highway of pre-organized adventures. The key thing to understand here is that this path is all about selling trips that are, ready to wear. We're talking about multi-day tours with set dates, a fixed itinerary. The whole thing is packaged up and ready for a traveler to just click and book.
And who are the big players here? Well, you've got giants like TourRadar, based out of Austria, that work with literally thousands of operators. Then there's Exotica in Spain, BookMundi in Denmark. This is a truly global marketplace we're talking about. So, the big question, is this path for you? Well, here's the deal. The huge upside is you get access to a massive global audience that's ready to buy. But, and it's a big but, there's a cost. The commissions these guys take can be pretty steep, anywhere from 15% to sometimes over 20%. So, it's a trade-off, for sure. All right, let's switch gears and explore path number 2, custom trips. This is a whole different ballgame. We're moving from off-the-shelf to tailor-made. The model here is less like a store and more like a dating service for travel. Seriously, these OTAs connect a traveler who wants a totally unique trip with a local expert on the ground. Yeah, someone just like you to build their dream itinerary from scratch. It's super collaborative. And this area is absolutely booming. You've got huge European players like Evaneos out of France, and then in the US you've got KimKim and Sakasso. It just goes to show how much demand there is for these really personal, high-touch travel experiences. So, could this be your path? Well, you gotta ask yourself, is customization your superpower? Do you love the process of talking to a traveler, hearing their dreams, and then building the perfect, one-of-a-kind trip just for them? If that's you, then this could be a perfect match. And that leads us to our third and final path, one that's all about finding your tribe, the specialty focus path. This is for all you operators out there who have a real passion and a distinct purpose behind your trips. This isn't one single road. It's more like a whole network of little side trails, each leading to a specific community. There's this rising tide of OTAs that are super focused on one theme. Maybe it's adventure, maybe it's wellness, or food, or sustainable travel, you name it. And the variety here is just awesome. You've got responsible travel for anyone focused on sustainable tourism. You've got biketours.com, which is pretty self-explanatory, book retreats for yoga and wellness, Winerist for wine lovers. It really proves that whatever your niche is, there's probably an audience and a platform out there for you. This quote from the source material really just nails it. The strength of this path is its focus. You're not shouting into the void. You're speaking directly to people who are already passionate about what you do. But obviously, it only works if your tours are a perfect fit for that specific theme. Okay,
So you've explored the 3 paths. Maybe you have one in mind. Now, for the really crucial part, how do you pick the right company to partner with? Let's run through a quick but essential checklist before you sign on any dotted line.
Think of this as your 4-step homework assignment. Number 1, check the terms. Really read the fine print. Are their payment schedules and cancellation policies going to work for your business? Number 2, check the rep. Do some digging. What are other tour operators saying? What are travelers saying online? 3, check the vibe. This one's huge. Get a human on the phone. Do you get a good feeling? Do you trust them? And finally, number 4, check the results. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, is this partnership actually going to bring in the bookings you need?
So there you have it. We've navigated the maze, we've looked at the 3 main paths you can take to sell your trips to the entire world. And I'll just leave you with this final question to chew on. As more and more travelers search for those truly unique, authentic, and personal experiences, which of these paths do you think is going to win out? Will it be the scale of packages, the personal touch of custom trips, or the deep passion of the specialty niches? That's the big question for the future of travel.